Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Harachak Wadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and are worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last sects of time. Shalom. I'm back at you with another lesson. It's just going to be entitled, Shall We Receive Good and Not Evil? Shall we receive good and not evil? All right. It's just going to go into this account in Job. All right. Just showing that on this side, in these chains of darkness, all right, in this lower state, being these prisoners of hope, okay, we have to go through certain things for the Lord in order to show that ultimately we're fit to judge in this next kingdom to come, which is the kingdom of heaven, all right? And that being certain evil things on this side, man, but ultimately a true God, all right, which we are being made and likened unto in the image of Yahushua, knows both good and evil. This is the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 1. Again, there was a day when the sons of God, all right, the sons of God, all right, pertaining to Genesis, the 5th chapter, all the way down from Adam onto Noah, okay, that lineage is known as the sons of God. Now, we have faith today that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, from the apostles on down to the least of us, that we are those men coming back with that same faith, man, in the reincarnation, all right? That root from that lineage of Adam, all right? Starting with Adam, who is Yahweh Shai, okay? So it says, again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord Yahweh. And Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord, all right? And the sons of God, all right, which are the angels as well, okay? And the scriptures tell you, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. So Satan was there as well, indicating that what? Satan is also a son of the Most High, man. Because the angels, all right, we're going to show as well that Satan is an angel of the light. They do the Most High's will. They do his commandments. So Satan, all right, the spiritual demon Satan, he's simply doing the commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He's in order, okay? He does what the Most High says do. This is Psalms 103 and 20. It says, bless the Lord Yahweh, ye his angels that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word. You see, his angels, and his angels are the Elohim, and we're a part of that as the elect. But Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, he's also an angel, so he falls in this category, all right, of doing the Lord's commandments. He's in order, and we're going to get into in this story, all right, when Satan basically tempted Job. That was his job. That was his order from the Most High. I'm going to read it again, Psalms 103 and 20. Bless the Lord Yahweh, ye his angels that excel in strength, that do his commandment, hearkening unto the voice of his word. Bless ye the Lord Yahweh. Notice is giving the Lord that preeminence, that first and foremost, man. All ye his hosts, ye ministers of his, you see. And we're ministers of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Scriptures tell you that. Okay, it says that do his pleasure. And ultimately we do the will of the Father. We do his pleasure. We do his commandments. All right, we're not of our own will. Neither was Yahushua. He was of the will of the Father. But it says, bless the Lord Yahweh, all his works in all places of his dominion. Bless the Lord, O my soul. Now that point I wanted to make was, it says, bless the Lord, ye his angels. All right. It's the book of 2 Corinthians 11 and 14. It says, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. You see, Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light, man. And as it says in Proverbs 13 and 20, all right. What's like it? Which one we at? Angel command. Here we go. Psalms 103 and 20. Salakia. Bless the Lord, ye his angels that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word. You see? So Satan does the commandments of the Lord, man. He's an angel of the Lord. Okay? He's just on the left-hand side. All right? And his physical counterpart is Esau Edom, man. So he's been ordered as well to influence Esau Edom left-handedly, all right, in the name of the Lord, man. So the Lord is ultimately controlling you, Esau, through Satan. Okay, so that's order in itself. All right. Now let's go back to the book of Job, chapter, 2. That's right, verse 1. It says, again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. So we got that understanding. Satan came as well, all right, because he's given orders from the Lord, as well as the Elohim on the right-hand side, as well as us. We're angels of the Lord as well, man. We're ministers of the Lord. We do his commandment, okay? It says, and the Lord, Yahweh, said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? Where have you come from? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down it. Now already when you hear that, all right, it says from going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down. You see someone, just picture it in your head, someone going to and fro, walking up and down. All right, that sounds like there's someone that's looking for something or on an order or taking a command, all right? Almost like a soldier. So that's what the role of Satan is, man. He does the Most High's order on the left-hand side, man. And part of that order is getting us to go off, man. All right? As the scriptures tell you, it is written, Satan being that prince of the air, he does certain things ultimately to try to test us, but that test is coming from the Most High. So ultimately the Most High, he set Satan up to even say this right here. It says, and Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth the Most High, and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And you could liken that, even just thinking about it, that's the spirit that Esau Edom has against the elect, man. You could liken the elect on the Job, all right? Esau Edom, he's the accuser of our brethren, all right? He wants the Most High to move against us without a cause, man, all right? So he's that false witness, that false testimony that he's given out, all right, which puts himself, all right, as the innocent, and the elect, the men of the Lord, as the guilty ones, man. But the Most High, he's controlling everything. It says to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath he will give for his life. Basically saying, okay, well, let's put it to the test. All right. Job is going to think of this life, this luxurious life he had, this substance he had, and he's not going to want to give that up for you. All right. But the Most High controlled Job's soul, man, his spirit, man. So the Most High knew what Job was going to do because he set Job up from the beginning, man. All right. It says, all that a man had he will give for his life, but put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face, meaning afflict him. All right, chastise him. And the scriptures tell you in Hebrews, if you are without chastise, let me get it real quick. This Hebrews 12 and 8, but if ye be without chastisement, all right, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. And hey, the scriptures tell you in Deuteronomy, a bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. So you don't want to be a bastard, man. All right, you rather be a son. When you're a son, you get that inheritance. All right, you get the love from the Father. You get that compassion, the tender mercies of David. Come on, man. You don't want to be a bastard. A bastard's going to end up in that lake of fire, man. So you rather the Lord chastise you and put you in a place where he's correcting you, because ultimately you know it's coming from him. All right. That's also an indication that you may be one of the sons of God, because if the Lord chastises you, that's also an indication that he's dealing with you, man. And through faith we believe these things. All right, it says, and the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. That's right, man. The Lord said, he is in thy hand. All right, And ultimately, we're in the hands of the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, because this world is ruled by things that are unseen, tells you in Ephesians, all right? Principalities and rulers of the dark place. And this society, America, is rooted in witchcraft, wizardry, all right? Secret meetings, okay? But ultimately, the society is trying to push an image that is anti-Mashiach, man. It's going against the image of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So if the Lord is putting you in this low place, all right, if the Lord is letting you receive these certain evils and things going on to chastise you and get you right, you should consider it a great thing, man, because it's tailoring you to be in the light of a king, a judge, a priest, a ruler. All right, so we could fill those shoes. All right, it says, so Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. That's right, man. Totally afflicted Job. All right, so Job went from having a substance, all right, living good, calling upon the Lord. So now he's being tested. He's being put in a low place because ultimately he's receiving that evil, because Job is here right now on the planet Earth. And we believe this, all right, through faith. And like the scriptures tell you, it's in the book of Job. He says, stand not lie in the latter days. So Job is back here to ultimately receive that inheritance and see how it shine, man. All right, because he's received both good and evil to be made unto a God, man. Let's get that real quick. All right, because like in the garden, the serpent was he was technically right, man, when he persuaded Eve to go off, and then Adam, man. Let's see if we can get it. Bear with me, Aki. This is Genesis chapter 3. I'm going to start at verse 4. It says, and the serpent said unto the woman, which we know that spirit that was in that serpent was Esau Edom, man. All right, because that same spirit is ruling the planet Earth today, man. Get you to go off, get you to transgress. All right, do as thou will. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to abide by the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. You don't have to call upon the Most High's name for power. Look, call on the name of Baal. You'll get the riches of this world, man. Take this charagma. You'll receive the riches of this world, man. But Yahushua overcame that, man. All right, as it is written, on his head he shall come back wearing many crowns, man. So the Lord exalted Yahushua way greater than anything you could receive in this world, man, because Yahushua said it as well. He said, my kingdom is not of this world, because if my kingdom was of this world, then my servants shall fight. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, so it says Genesis 3, and I'm going to start at 3. It says, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High has said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die, man. Right. Transgression, sin, all right, death, okay? But ultimately, we had to go through that. The Lord put us through that so we can know both sides, to have that balance, to be fit to judge, man. Because let's not forget, the Lord says it's going to be given unto us to judge these other nations, man. So that's a big shoe to fill, so to speak, all right? So we got to fulfill that by being well balanced, all right, by knowing both sides, okay? It says, and the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. You see, and that's what the society says on to our people, man. Eat this, drink this, watch this, do this, consume this. You're not going to die. And that's ultimately what's going to be pushed in that charagma, man. Take this, put it in your right hand, put it in your forehead. You're not going to die, all right? You'll be better off in this society. You'll get benefits. Look at your career. Don't leave that behind, all right? And that's ultimately how the Lord tested Job, man. And Job succeeded that test, man. He will be rewarded, all right? It says, for the Most High doth not know that in that day, Salaki, for it says, for the Allaham doth not know that in that day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And the serpent was technically right, because when you know both good and evil, that's the nature of a true God, man. A true God knows both good and evil, and that's what we're going to be liking on to, man, because as it is written, that grain of evil seed was put in Adam. So the Lord did this ultimately so Yahushua could come back and get that preeminence because he went through it by his own blood, and the elect could follow in suit, man. All right, of the house of Israel. Okay, so let's go back to Job chapter 2 and verse 7. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. That's right, man. He was afflicted. He was low. All right. And he was just calling out unto the Most High, man. All right. And that's what a righteous man does when he's facing afflictions, man. He doesn't buck up. It doesn't get prideful. He calls out unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. All right. It says, then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? You see, another test. All right. The Lord was controlling her to even ask Job this, like, even in this low state you're in, the Lord is still gonna, he's still gonna make you upright, man. All right, and have you on your toes spiritually, and have your mindset well balanced. It says, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse the Most High and die. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. Shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High, and shall we not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips. And ultimately, that's likened onto the elect, man. We're receiving good and evil, so ultimately we can have that balance, man. We're about to receive the greatest deliverance ever written of, spoken of, or to be spoken of, man. All right? Which is the deliverance of the elect of Israel out of this captivity, man. All right? And the destruction of America, which is Babylon the Great, according to the scriptures. All right? I just want to read Job 2 and 1. I'll just read through it down to that 10. In the NLT, it says, one day the members of the heavenly court came again to present themselves before the Lord Yahweh. And the accuser, you see, it calls Satan that accuser. Again, the accuser of our brethren. And that's Esau Edom, man. That's the spirit that's in Esau Edom, man, today. All right? Satan came with them. Where have you come from? The Lord asked Satan. Satan answered the Lord, I have been patrolling the earth, watching everything that's going on. Now notice in verse 1 it says, one day the members of the heavenly court came. So that's an indication that Satan be among them. He's a member of that court, man. All right? But he just does specific duties, all right, and assignments that just so happen to afflict us, chastise us, okay, test us. That's the power of the Lord through him. All right, because the Lord ultimately has control over Satan, man. It says, because the scriptures tell you even, he that curses Satan curseth his own soul, man. Because the Most High controls Satan, man. He's an angel of the Most High. It says, then the Lord asked Satan, have you noticed my servant Job? He is the finest man in all the earth. He is blameless, a man of complete integrity. He fears the Most High and stays away from evil, and he has maintained his integrity, even though you urged me to harm him without cause. Man. Satan replied to the Lord, skin for skin, a man will give up everything he has to save his life. But reach out and take away his health, and he will surely curse you to your face. All right, do with him as you please, the Lord Yahweh said to Satan, but spare his life. So Satan left the Lord's presence, and he struck Job with terrible boils from head to foot. Job scraped his skin with a piece of broken pottery as he sat among the ashes. Man, that's low. He was contrite, man, of a contrite spirit. He still didn't curse the Most High, man. All right, he had integrity. It says, his wife said to him, are you still trying to maintain your integrity? Curse the Lord and die. But Job replied, you talk like a foolish woman. Should we accept only good things from the hand of our power and never anything bad? So in all this, Job said nothing wrong. That's right, man. So should we accept only good things from the hand of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and never anything bad? And all this, all right, we remain blameless, man. In the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, walking in our integrity, not cursing the Most High, receiving these things, these chastisements as sons of God. So shall we receive good and not evil? Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, call Haloyim Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Harachakwadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessing to you. Akim pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time. Kwam Yashala, Shalom.